can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. It's too easy. I've been there, done it, seen it. Boy, all that like Keenan. Still got crack, they fiendin'. Flow still hot like Phoenix. Shine so bright, I'm gleaming. This off top, I'm tweaking. Fresh out the rat like Neiman. And I'm still tryna fight my demons. Cause we all gotta act like Tina. That's why I gotta ride with the Nina. Outside, it's a war going on. Maybe put my hands on my head like the Macarena. They want you walking on board like Kima. And give a F to you like John Cena. Putting blood on the brand new Beamer. Tryna earn they stripes like Adidas. You get cold when you ride with the heater. It'll turn you to a dog like a Keto. And expose to a cat like a cheetah. They smoke my partner like reefer. Dímelo porque o no entiendo. Mi gente must really need Jesus. They shed real blood, I never seen the crypt and I believe it. It's too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. It's too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. It's too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. It's too easy. I've been there, done it, seen it. Y'all just talk, don't live it. And just took that route, that seen it. I'm so outspoken like Reason. Jimmy Neutron, boy, young G's. And I'm a self-made man out of Sweden. And it's still off top, I'm tweaking. But I still gotta fight my demons. I ain't no good, I'm evil. I ain't been clean since Eden. It's a war going on outside, make you put your hands on your head like the Macarena. That's why I gotta watch my demeanor. You know they locking up blacks and Latinos. It's the same old game, ain't nothing really changed but the mileage on the meter of the Beamer. You get cold when you ride with the heater. It'll turn you to a dog like a Keto. And expose to a cat like a cheetah. They smoke my partner like reefer. Dímelo porque o no entiendo. Mi gente must really need Jesus. They shed real blood, I never seen the crypt and I believe it. It's too easy. Too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. It's too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. It's too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. It's too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. I can do this with my eyes closed. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. It's too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. It's too easy. I've been there, done it, seen it. Boy, all that like Keenan. Still got crack, they fiendin'. Flow still hot like Phoenix. Shine so bright, I'm gleaming. This off top, I'm tweaking. Fresh out the rat like Neiman. And I'm still tryna fight my demons. Cause we all gotta act like Tina. That's why I gotta ride with the Nina. Outside, it's a war going on. Maybe put my hands on my head like the Macarena. They want you walking on board like Kima. And give a F to you like John Cena. Putting blood on the brand new Beamer. Tryna earn they stripes like Adidas. You get cold when you ride with the heater. It'll turn you to a dog like a Keto. And expose to a cat like a cheetah. They smoke my partner like reefer. Dímelo porque o no entiendo. Mi gente must really need Jesus. They shed real blood, I never seen the crypt and I believe it. It's too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. It's too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. It's too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. It's too easy. It's too easy. I've been there, done it, seen it. Y'all just talk, don't live it. And just took that route, that seen it. I'm so outspoken like Reason. Jimmy Neutron.
Welcome in. Week 14, Sunday morning stream. I'm your host, Ben Husser. I'm joined by Sam Sherman. The roles are reversed. Typically, Sam is struggling on this show, but today it's me, so bear with me. But we are here to answer all of your questions. Even with that, we battle through. And we're going to answer all your questions. Season-long, DFS, betting, prop bets, whatever you guys got for us. And as always, we are sponsored by Owner's Box. You can see on the sidebar there, head to ownersbox.online, promo code KARMA gets you that $500 deposit match and a free DFS entry. Sam and I will be building a lineup for Owner's Box about halfway through the show. There's a common theme on this program here where if AC is on, the lineup we build is just absolutely horrible because I don't know. He just picks he just picks the dumbest stuff. But
he just
when
doesn't
Sam's
know
here,
what he's doing.
Yeah. When Sam's here, we have made some pretty quality lineups. So if you're in here, say good morning. I see some good mornings. Kevin, Luke, what's up? CJ, drop a good morning in the chat. Like the video if you're on YouTube. It helps us out a lot. But yeah, we're going to dive in. Sam, how are you feeling on the slate? I haven't really talked to you like the last couple of days about this slate. So what's your thoughts? How many teams are you playing? What's going on over there?
Yeah, I'm playing 3, and I don't know. I feel good about my player pool this week. Well, in terms of the guys that I like, I think I forget this sometimes 'cause I'm a very anti-chalk person, but you reminded me this a couple weeks ago, and it's so true, where on a slate like this where we only have 10 games, there's going to be more condensed chalk, naturally. That doesn't mean that you don't fade it, but I think that there is some clear spots here where you can definitely get different. And I think it's an interesting week in that I'm not sure what you think about other games, but the Minnesota-Detroit game is literally the only game over 50. I think it's the only game over 46 implied total. So it's clearly the best game. And I think with a 10-game slate, you don't want to at all avoid it, but definitely making sure when you play it, you're not just copying gaining leverage if it does do well instead of just having what everyone else does, and you don't really pick up anything if the game does go off. So I think it's a pretty interesting one.
Yeah, there's definitely some spots to get different, I think. But
yeah, Ben, I think basically if I were talking about leverage just off the top, is that I don't basically, and I'm not either, I don't think anyone is really with much any ownership at all playing any of the expensive quarterbacks. They're just not. I'm not either, but there's no reason for it.
It's a weird spot because I feel like sometimes, like you said on these 10 gamers, the chalk game, it won't really be. It'll be a game that I'm comfortable not playing in tournaments, but this Lions game, I do think it's pretty good chalk. So
it just is, yeah. It's not there's it's not
so
it's
I don't think that's
games.
where you need to get different. I think you can get different. You can play some chalk, and then you can get different around that or whatever.
Well, here, I think the best example, Ben, is we have to differentiate. I'm not talking about in cash. I'm saying in tournaments, for instance, if you're playing Goff, Amon-Ra, and Jefferson, that's obviously a good stack. But if I was doing that, I will not play Greg Dulcich as a one-off. That's a way to you don't want, Dulcich is going to be hysterically owned, and he's obviously fine in cash if you go that route, but I would never play him with these other chalk pieces, if that makes sense. Also, dude, come on, Greg Dulcich, come on, 30% owned.
That's why last night I asked you, just in general, what is the difference in a cash game, for example, playing Dulcich or Chigakonkwo when Okonkwo's he's 700 less. But what is the real big difference between them?
Well, it's funny. Ben asked me this last night. Anyone listening? And as I was walking through to defend it, I was like, "Oh, there's less pass fault." I guess that's the same thing in the Broncos. And then I was like, "Well, there's not a lot of people to throw." Oh, that's the same thing as the Broncos. So really, there's not a big difference. I guess the only difference is Greg is on the field more often.
That's definitely. If you were gonna paint a picture, that's it. But he's been in good spots for the last 6 weeks, and he's got there 1 week.
Ben, don't worry. I dove into the data. Shag last week. I'm like, okay, 48% of the snaps, not great. However, we ran a route on 21, or we played 21 pass snaps and we ran a route on 20 of those. That's pretty good. That's what we're looking for.
Yeah.
5 targets on those? Heck yeah.
Yep. Yeah, 10. That's 2 games in a row with 5 targets. So
Oh yeah.
I think he's a good play.
But CJ, going back up, thank you for the pristine camera. Funny story about the camera.
I was going to comment on that. Is this a Christmas present or something? What's going on
so I mentioned this a couple or several weeks ago. It's so funny. So I got a camera originally when I started at Karma that I thought was higher quality, and it was because my computer at the time was kind of dust. I got a new computer, kept using that camera, realized the actual camera on my computer I got is considerably better than that $20 Amazon one I got. So we're locked and loaded as a good camera, like moving forward.
Yeah, it looks real good.
Yeah, I mean we're really turning things around here.
We are. It only took the whole football season, but that doesn't matter.
Yeah, and I'll go back to the bad one next year just to keep things consistent.
Before we get to these questions, I will say the week 1 podcast we did with Matt. I mean, that will just it'll go down in history.
That was a special kind
we,
of bad.
We can never delete that off the YouTube channel because the sheer tilt from Matt when your internet is.
Well, the best part was it was like always in the middle of when he was talking is when it was cut out too. So I just was basically cutting him off every time.
Yeah, that was literally the best ever. But...
CJ, I appreciate you looking in my eyes. That's nice. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I've missed any. DK Cash 2v Ben. Unless you want to go more high level, I can talk about that.
Yeah, you guys start dropping your questions, and we will we'll get to them. Higher level. Well, let me read the question. CMC, Garrett Wilson, or Swift and Jefferson? I think
Ben Amari
Cooper's in. By the way,
nice.
Good.
Wow, we're locked in right now.
So AC. Well, I'm gonna say this to everyone because I don't know if everyone's seen this, but AC is not on here, so I guess I'll cover the Browns talk.
Woo!
There is like some significant money that has come in on the Browns today. So the line in the last 2 hours has moved like almost 2 points, which is, I mean, that's a significant move. So I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know if like what's going on, but there's like some serious money coming on the Browns. But anyways, getting back to the question, I think the first combo with CMC and Garrett Wilson is the better move for cash. I don't think Justin Jefferson will be. No. I could see a situation where we do see this sometimes, Sam. I could see a situation where Justin Jefferson's higher owned in like single entry tournaments than he is in like a double.
Absolutely.
Because it's really tough to fit him. I don't see how people can,
because he's so expensive and he's so expensive. And even though he's like a stud, he's not like a volatile, you could get a 2-point game, but his floor for 9,000 is like good, but it's not like an auto cap. Amon St. Brown will say it is the better cash play, and that's just what it is. Like people will choose that route.
Yeah, and I think
when I was go ahead.
No, I was going to ask you your lean between CMC and Henry because I think Henry is going to be way higher owned, but
he is.
I think I'm going to go
CMC. I do too, and I'm going to go CMC. I don't know what it is. Is it a little weird to you? Like Derrick Henry is always like literally his name is the big dog and all this other stuff. Why is his snap share the last 2 weeks like in like the 50s? That's weird.
Yeah, and I actually think.
I mean, I'm just saying, dude. We know him as like the 90% rush guy. Like he was the Josh Jacobs before Josh Jacobs was good this year, apparently.
And I think I don't know. I think the Jags can like win that game. It's like I don't think like in years past, because I've seen most people this week have been citing like Derrick Henry's like monster numbers against the Jaguars. Well, they've been the worst team in the division for
quite
the last 4 years. So of course, every time he plays them late in the season, they're horrible. He runs all over them. But I don't think that it's a situation where Tennessee's just going to be dominating them again.
Well, and what I will note is that like Jacksonville, if you look at their EPA on defense, EPA per play and EPA per pass, they're like a bottom 5 team. But versus the rush, they're like the 12th best. So they're not great, but they're not like basically what I'm saying. I think people kind of assuming that Jacksonville rush defense is like Houston, but it's not. Like really at all. Like it's not nearly that bad.
Yeah.
So
And even Houston, I feel like hasn't been as bad the last like 3 weeks.
well, yeah, they're not even the worst rush
Like
defense.
they're
That's
bad, but like
that's by far
yeah,
Cleveland is by far the worst rush defense.
yeah, Cleveland is bad.
And then Green
against
Bay.
the-
Yeah, I was gonna say this is for the true sickos. I'm not playing enough teams, but like the ultimate, like it'll miss a lot, but that Detroit Minnesota game, like no one is gonna play the leading inside the 5-yard carries back in the NFL, Jamal Williams. If I was playing like a ton of teams, what if like he just leeches like 3 touchdowns? Amon-Ra gets tackled at the 1 like he always does, and then he just gets all of the touchdowns. I'm excited for the 2.
I don't hate it. And like it seems like it seems like most people, because of that 1 week of Swift, are just gonna like everyone's playing Swift because
It's so annoying.
DeAndre Swift, you know.
All of us who have been there all season are now having all these idiots come in just jump on
Yeah,
our band.
but it's like the Lions were easily winning that game, so you could paint a picture of that. That's why you know he got so many more snaps. Like in a close game, we could see closer to even again. So
yeah,
and you know that like it's pretty likely if they get inside the 5, like they're gonna give it to Williams over Swift.
yeah, it's an obsession. It's any
I
interest
did
in
just see Amari could be on a pitch count, by the way.
Oh God, I hate
So I don't know
when
what
that
that means.
news because then that means no.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
Any interest in Noah Fant? Yeah, Ben, I'm talking to Matt about him. Fant is like someone I like as part of a stack with Gino, especially, but I mean, there's obviously a risk there. He kind of has to score. So I don't know. But the reason I would like Fant is because he's just not a Dulcich or Chig or any of his other cheaper tight ends. Like he won't be owned at all.
Mhm.
I don't know if you have any thoughts beyond that, but that's my main thoughts on Noah Fant.
No, I think I don't necessarily know if I'd one off him, but like if you're playing Gino, you could double Gino with Fant because we obviously like to use tight ends in our stacks. And I do I wasn't really on Gino until you were talking about him, so I looked into him when I was finishing my article, and I do think it's a pretty decent spot for him. So I'll probably have a Gino team today.
I love Gino. Such a stud.
We've had a couple of questions about Travis Homer, so we should probably talk about that before we dive into the other questions. I don't really think. I think on FanDuel you can play him because of like him being so much cheaper than like the typical running back there. So I think you can play him on FanDuel if you want. I don't think he's a must play, but I think in like cash games, if you want to on FanDuel, you can use him. DraftKings, I don't see any reason that you need to play Travis Homer in cash games.
Yeah, definitely not in cash. I think Travis Homer is just so many unknowns, right? It's like, he's probably going to be have a good pass catching role. He has, I basically think that Travis Homer could get like 8 targets, but he could also get like 1. So
yeah, I think there's a risk though. Like I think like people are just assuming
the floor
is like he's the guy.
The floor is like 0. Literally.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
People are just assuming he's the guy with these guys out, but they could just keep him as the pass catching back and then use like Tony Jones and this other guy they brought up to run on early downs. Like you have no idea.
That on top of the fact that we have to always remember is that I think a lot of times the back like that. So Gino like doesn't target backs like Tom Brady does or Russell Wilson did or should do, or like all these other quarterbacks. I'm pretty sure that's right. And so it's not like Travis Homer is stepping into like an Austin Eckler role, I guess is like my main point. Not that anyone thought he was Austin Eckler, but it's not like he's just going to be like catching balls out the ass like all game. So I don't know. I think he's an interesting tournament pivot in that he won't be that high owned at all, obviously, but I don't know if I'm like going to make it a priority.
Yeah, you could take tournament shots there, but it's just like I don't want to play him in cash.
Dude, he's only $800 less than Swift.
That's what I'm saying. Or there's even other like I like James Cook a lot. I would not play James Cook in cash, but I'd probably rather play James Cook than Homer because at least I know 100%. James Cook's on a good on a team that's going to put up points. Not that the Seahawks haven't been good, they have, but it's the same situation of there's multiple backs in the mix. But I just think James Cook's better, so I'd probably rather play him. But
Jefferson Hinton Jefferson Hinton or Garrett Wilson, Pollard. Okay, so Ben, here's the thing about Pollard. Pollard is I actually remember someone. Oh no, it was Nick Meyer on ETR, which is this is so accurate. I was just listening to this last night. He said he's like everyone just kind of wants to play Pollard because he's so much more exciting, and that's a fact. But he's like, we have to remember that like Pollard is still in very much. It has been proven time and time again that this timeshare it's not, even though we all want it to go away, it's not. So Pollard is so efficient and explosive, but I, Ben, personally would never play him in cash because there is just so many scenarios in which he just doesn't get like the high value touches just because the Cowboys. Also, like if the Cowboys are up by 1,000, which people think they could be, I mean, why wouldn't they just bring in their third string guy? I mean, I don't know. Do you have any interest in Pollard in cash with Zeke? I just don't think that's worth it. It's 6,700 too. We're not paying like 5,000.
Yeah. I think he's in play. More so on FanDuel. I like his price more on FanDuel.
I saw his FanDuel prices. FanDuel price is very good.
Yeah, he's definitely like I'll probably play him on FanDuel. I haven't finalized my teams yet, but I'll probably be playing him on FanDuel. DraftKings, yeah, it's a little more risky. I mean, he's what 200 less than Mixon. You're playing Mixon, and then I think like I feel like most people in cash are playing Mixon and Henry. So, I would be playing. I'm gonna probably play Mixon and then Henry or CMC. And I don't know
what's important to note, Ben.
backs.
What's important to remember is that Anthony did a deal with the devil, and he likes Zeke, so we have to keep that back in our mind.
Well, yeah, that I was gonna say that's the risk. I mean, that worked. It worked on Thanksgiving.
So
I pivoted.
Actually, they both.
Yeah, they both did. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I also got distracted. Excuse me, Matt. So if I were to choose one of those, I would actually choose Jefferson and Kendall Hinton. I think Kendall Hinton probably sucks, but Jefferson, I just think can easily carry that.
Who do you like of those like punt receivers? Because you have like Hinton down there. The Texans guys are down there.
I think by far the best is Dorsett. Dude, Dorsett was like getting targets.
Dorsett
was getting targets with Cooks, going to the West, with Cooks and Collins in, and now they're both out. Like Chris Moore also plays in that slot role, but does that really matter? I mean, they're dust.
I think it's Dorsett too. No Jefferson and cash. I don't see how you fit him on DraftKings. FanDuel, like you're definitely playing him, but it's just. I mean, if you were gonna play him in DK Cash, I mean, who are you? You're gonna have to.
So the problem is, I would have to.
You'd probably have to play double tight end.
Yeah, exactly. I
don't want to. I don't want to play Dulcich and Chigakonkwo as my double tight end. Like that's. I don't.
Dude, those two could combine.
They could both combine. Yeah, they could combine for 2 points. That's actually true.
James Cook's still the man today. It's a weird one. Okay, so my thing on James Cook has been I like him too. The snap stuff is interesting. It's weird that just it happened. It's like it's hard to say. Was that because they were winning last week? Was that because they realized that Singletary's not very good? I mean, I don't know. I think he's cheap enough where he's viable, and it's the targets that keep him interesting to me. If he wasn't getting those targets, I would have.
Well, I feel like there's just not a ton of risk because of his price.
46. Yeah, exactly.
And
no, I agree.
He does get targets, and if they are winning by a lot, I'm assuming they're not going to just be running Devin Singletary if they're winning by a lot. They're going to use him, but they used him like even before they were winning that game.
I know. Last Thursday. I don't know what to make of it. I mean, that the Jets are much more beatable on the ground, but I don't know. It's a weird one. What tight ends would you want off? I try to never really do that, but Ben's buddy Chig, I guess you could probably one off. And then Ben, no tight end I like. Speaking of one-offs, I guess if I'll give one. I guess one off kind of more a stack. I think Njoku is like the best play on the Browns.
Yeah, especially if Cooper's like kind of limited.
Yeah, and I thought that before the limit, so that's even better. I think that I don't know. Harrison Bryant, we keep doing this whenever Njoku's out, and Bryant just doesn't do it. He just sucks. Dude.
Oh,
Like,
good.
he just
Don't
doesn't.
remind me.
No, I mean, I'm not saying that as if I'm above it because I've played him and he keeps doing nothing. But like Njoku's like actually good, and if Amari's limited, that's like the Bengals. That's like their worst coverage is against tight ends. So I don't know. I don't know what you thought about that. I'm not playing Chubb because I just don't.
Yeah, I like the Joku, and I like Mark Andrews as a one-off.
I know. I mean, Hawkinson
He's
is my
such a
preferred.
weird. Yeah,
Hawkinson is the one.
Price.
He's such a weird. Yeah, Andrews. Yeah, exactly. No, that's the problem is that Kelsey's ceiling is like 25, 26, 27 points. No one on this slate is even within like 7 or 8 points of that. And so it's like almost like if you're not playing Kelsey, it's like you just drop down. But
yeah. But if you look at it like, I guess like if you looked at it as like Andrews versus the 6K receivers, like
exactly.
Lockett or guys like that, he could outscore them, I think.
Totally.
I mean, he's averaging over 100 yards a game with Huntley at quarterback last season, so I do think he's going to get fed, but it's kind of tough to fit him. I guess you may have to do double tight end to get Andrews, I guess.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of anyone else. I mean, I almost said Evan Ingram, but he is so bad.
Well, I was going to ask you about Kittle because he's $4,300 on DraftKings.
I know. Dude, he's been so boom or bust this year. Like, how do I like? It's so. This sounds so stupid, but like, is Kittle really a better play than like Njoku? Like in this particular slate in this environment, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, did you ever imagine you would say that 4 months ago?
No,
like the fact
it's probably a bad take. Yeah, I want to be clear.
No,
like
the
ceiling is not the same. The Kittle ceiling is exponentially higher. I'm just saying I don't know. Here's my thing. I think the highest ceiling on the slate in tight end is Kelsey, and I think it's Andrews. And I think it's a drop. I mean Hawkinson, and I think it's a drop off. I think it's really tough to play Hawkinson, even though he's getting owned. But I think that's the play.
Yeah, Corey asked about Hawk, but
basically, I'm saying I like Hawk better than Thielen as a receiver.
Yes. I think I agree with that. Would you use him as like the only run back?
Mm-hmm.
So just Goff, Amon-Ra, and then Hawkinson. I think you could.
That's
do that,
what I'm considering. I'm considering going. I really like doing this, and I think it only blows my face. I like when I play Goff. I think it's not terrible to go Goff, Swift, Amon-Ra, because you just catch. There's probably some negative correlation there, but that's okay. But because the guy I really want to play and everyone should be playing is DJ Chark. But every time I put Chark in my main lineup, he has one of his bad games. So I don't know. People need to understand that DJ Chark, I put this in my article. I'm not sure people read the nerd notes I put in there. DJ Chark, I think he was injured a lot. I think he has 30 total targets this year. Almost like, I think 40% of those targets have come like deep down the field, like 20 plus yards. So what I mean by that is he's gonna miss a lot.
He should have got the bonus last week too.
I know that was so tilting. So he's gonna miss a lot, but if you saw last week, I think he had like 4 catches for like 78 yards or something. Like that's the kind of playmaker he can be. And Ben, I don't know about you, but I think he's less likely to get phased out by Jameson Williams than like Dusty Reynolds or Khalif Raymond.
Yeah.
Like I think.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. Sorry, that was too much on Chark. Anyway. Mixon or Pollard, DK, cash straight up, definitely Mixon.
Yes.
Swift, CD, or Wilson, Dalvin, or Pollard. I'm not CD. I can't pay that.
Cash running backs on FanDuel. I think you're playing Pollard, and a lot of people are going to play Latavius Murray because he's cheap.
And I think Dalvin. I think Dalvin is a better play on FanDuel. I think he's going to get big. I think he's sneaky chalk on DK because people are going to try to not spend up for Jefferson.
People are.
No, like they will. Like Jefferson will be very owned.
So do you think people are playing 3 running backs and they're playing Mixon, Henry, Dalvin? With Goff, Amon-Ra.
I think people are doing that.
Salary, so
not at a high rate. Not at a high rate, but I think the most common will be it'll be like Kirk, Jefferson, Thielen, and then Amon-Ra, or Goff, Amon-Ra, Skinny, with
What is
Justin Jefferson
Thielen's
or
prop?
Dude, I just think Thielen's going to come in over 20% on the tournaments, and I'm going to be so pissed if I play him.
Yeah, I could see Thielen getting
like he's the guy that like we have at 16 or 17, but he's actually like 23. That's gross.
Yeah, I can see that too. I'm considering him for cash, but I would not play him in tournaments.
See, I'm panicking about the Cincinnati ownership, for being honest. I'm really worried that I'm gonna think I'm being sneaky and I'm not. Basically, if all of you people get Jamar Chase up to like 22% owned, I'm gonna be so pissed off. Hawkinson revenge game. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I said it on the cash process, but it feels like O'Connell is the guy that would like really want to get him a touchdown like against his former team too.
Oh yeah. Chenault is
Pollard could go for 80 and a touchdown. Oh,
right,
could go for an 80-yard touchdown run. Yeah, he could for sure. But I mean,
you can say that about a lot of guys, like basically anyone. Chenault is a one-off. Corey, we're not showing up to the dance with Chenault, dude.
Yeah, I'm not.
We're not showing up to the dance.
Is someone like I've seen a couple people ask me about him? Like, is somebody like on him?
First of all, DJ Moore. I don't care how chalk he gets to. DJ Moore, I think, could be the best value on the slate.
DJ Moore's also a noted chalk smasher. Like, there's guys that always fail as chalk. DJ Moore always goes off as chalk. This guy caught a Hail Mary.
I almost ripped Ben's head off. I almost ripped Ben's head off, even though it wasn't Ben's fault. Like, I was like, Ben said, like, oh, hey, that was lucky for me. And I was like, I hope you die. Like, I was like, this is the most dude. He got like the touchdown, the bonus. He got I'm pretty sure that play was like it was like an 18-point play. Like, it was ridiculous when you added it. Oh my god.
He had like a solid game, right? You know.
Oh yeah, it was like, fine, but it was faded.
He had like 10 points, I think.
Oh my god.
You know, which was great for anyone that didn't play him. And then literally the last play of the game, PJ Walker hits him on a Hail Mary
end zone,
and he catches it.
Oh my god! And then he like cost his team the game, which is even more. Oh my god! That was bad.
Yeah. So DJ Moore always goes off his show. So,
Henry, DPJ, or Pollard. Dude, a lot of Pollard questions in cash. I'm not playing Pollard cash.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, are people playing him? Because I feel like,
did
I thought Dalvin
did Roto Grinders is he on the Roto Grinders optimal or something?
Yeah. Do you guys know? Is someone like? Is someone like really on Pollard?
Ben, here's
not that it's like not an obvious play, but I'm just.
Here's my other issue with Pollard, honestly, is the fact that he's not going to be low owned. That's the other thing. I would like him more, but he's going to be like 20% owned, 15 to 20, totally.
Yeah, I thought Dalvin would be higher owned, but I guess it's probably Pollard.
Well, maybe, yeah. Boy, is no one going to play Saquon? That's interesting.
Is he playing?
Yeah, he's active.
Okay. Henry, DPJ, or Pollard? Oh wait, yeah, okay.
I would pick Henry. DPJ.
Yeah.
I wouldn't play DPJ in cash.
Well, Thielen's the same price as DPJ. Also,
exactly. Cook, Steelers, or Zeke, Cowboys. Steelers. Definitely the first one.
Yeah. It's the first one for cash, but tournaments you can use the second one.
DK cash wide receiver besides Amon-Ra. I mean, Ben, I'm not sure what you think. I think DJ Moore is like a really strong cash play.
Yeah, DJ Moore, Wilson.
Thielen. I think Phil. Yeah, Ben, I was like, people are gonna play. You're more on the cash streets always. People are playing Dorsett, right? Like, why would you not? That's.
I don't think he'll be crazy.
What is but I'm saying, for instance, if you want Jefferson, just stuff in Dorsett, and you basically have two 6K receivers. How fun. Those are the guys I like. I would also play. That's probably it. Ben, I'm not sure if you have any other cash receivers.
No, I think you could consider like Bengals guys, but because of where they're priced, I don't know. Like to get a Chase in, I don't know what you'd have to sacrifice for the rest of your team. I think he's in play.
CMC, CD Swift versus Henry, J. Jeff, Cook. cash, I would go the second one.
Yeah,
Dude, I
second one.
kind of think CD to go off. I think kind of has to be in the right game environment, and like the Cowboys again, anything can happen. But like, I guess a shootout is in the realm of possibility, but it seems a little unlikely to me.
Pollard projects well. Yeah, he projects well for us too. It's just
He always projects well, dude, because his
yeah,
success
it's
rate,
just
his success rate and explosiveness. Like I haven't projected for what probably.
he's just good.
Yeah, I mean, I have him projected for like his medians like 17, 18. I have his ceiling around like 26, 27, which again, his ceiling is consistent with all these guys. It's more that like if you compare Pollard to like Mixon, ETN, Dalvin, and that's like his usage is nowhere near them. Unfortunately,
Yeah,
it's annoying. It's annoying, but yeah. Just playing Goof, Amon-Ra, and Swift and DK Cash, a terrible idea.
I don't know if
Terrible
I'd play
idea.
Swift,
No.
but
I could do that in
it's not that
tournaments,
bad.
and if that helps you, and I'm terrible at cash, so if that helps you at all, so no.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna build this lineup in a second. So if you're in here, like the stream, it does help us out. And like you can see in the chat there, open up Owner's Box, promo code Karma for your $500 deposit match, free contest entry. We're gonna build the lineup. Thoughts on Panthers defense? Yeah, they're cheap.
I'm playing Panther. I'm honestly playing. I'm playing like only Panthers and I don't know why no one's playing the Broncos D, but I'm playing Panthers and the Broncos and the Steelers. If anyone's wondering, that's literally it.
All right. Is there anyone, Sam, that you specifically would like to put in this lineup? My pick is to put James Cook in because he's $4,600, which is extremely cheap for a running back on Owner's Box. So I'm gonna put him in. But is there a stack or something you want to use?
Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, Ben, what's a stack? I actually think this would be a great spot to use that Seattle stack. That's what I think.
Okay, so we'll put Geno in. I'm assuming you want Metcalf.
Yeah, he's just LPA. Okay, so Metcalf.
Yep.
And then, I mean, Ben, I always in Owner's Box think it's not always optimal. I think it's always intriguing to go double tight end. I mean, double quarterback, but I don't know if there's another quarterback that we. Oh, Ben, we just full savage. Just go Huntley and Andrews in this one. How much is Huntley? 6,000. Never mind. Huntley's not even that cheap.
Yeah, I would rather use Goff probably.
I would too.
Yeah, I would like to use. Let's try and we'll put Goff in, and I mean we have to put Amon-Ra in.
Yeah, to say it's like a requirement. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just no way. So put him in. So we have 49 per position, and we can obviously find a cheap tight end.
Yeah, how much is your best friend?
3,700. So we'll put Chigakonkwo in. So
okay, so we have 5,300 remaining for running back 2 flex.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah. Find you can find like a cheap. I guess if you find a cheap running back or something, but you just find a cheap guy, plug in, and then I'll pick the next guy.
Who do we like? Oh yeah, there's my boy DJ Chark, 47. God, giving him away at that price.
I actually like. Yeah, I actually like that. We have to get a Vikings player though.
I agree.
Wait, how much is Chark?
47.
Okay. I mean, so
how much is Dalvin? Dalvin's 62. I didn't realize you actually could do it if you want to. My conviction on Dalvin is not as high as it was earlier in the week, but
we could probably do Hawkinson maybe.
Yeah, I was gonna see how much Hawk is. How much is he? He is 53. That's acceptable. God, dude, double tight end, Hawk and Chig. What an absolute wagon.
Yeah.
lineup.
Well, Hawk is like, that's a little
Kind
bit.
of receiver. Oh, Ben. And it's
59.
funny. We've been trolling. Everyone knows exactly 59
Oh,
running back. Tony Pollard.
boom. Dude, this lineup's actually fire.
It actually kind of, this is like, oh, wait, but Swift is 55, dude. Ben, I'm only raising the question only because like we already have two Lions. Never mind, just go Pollard. We've been talking about it all stream.
Oh, on the screen, Travis has to put James Cook in. So if you guys are watching this,
I'm playing this team. I'm what are you?
Yeah, I am too. We have Geno Smith, Tony Pollard, James Cook, DK Metcalf, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Chiga Conquo, DJ Chark, TJ Hawkinson, Jared Goff. I'm gonna
go spend my winnings because this is already kind of won.
It looks like we have 4 Lions because Hawkinson's like picture is still Lions. So
I changed a DK team I was making last night because I thought I had 4 Lions. And I was like, what is happening? I think he's getting some steam because of the fantasy footballers. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say my age. Who the hell is that? I've heard like that website name. Is that like no, like I know
Sam's
of like a
not
website.
Tuned in to this.
No. So I know that's like a website. I've used like I think stats from there a while ago, but like are they like content like
Yeah, they're like the biggest fantasy football podcast.
That's okay. That's where I've seen him as the podcast form. I've never listened.
Yeah.
I listened to
But
DFS Karma.
To that point in the chat though, like I don't think they're specifically like a DFS content.
Are they
like
just?
So many people watch them, so like just in general, like the people that just wake up and build lineups, they'll
low key for anyone listening to stream, a little note. I've done this for years. If you ever want to basically get who the chalk is going to be in the industry, just listen to like the top 3 biggest companies, and then that's how you know. Listen to fantasy footballers, listen to roto grinders, listen to our buddies over at the ETR, and then that's who the chalk's going to be.
Yeah, it's actually pretty crazy. I did not, Chris. I did not. I'm a veteran, dude. Like
he is not.
I was really feeling it until the stream started up, and now it's like
you're welcome.
I'm not even phased.
Okay, do you prefer McCaffrey or Chubb and Cash? Neither, but definitely McCaffrey over that.
So Sam, I'm kind of surprised you're not more on CMC because I know that's your boy, but
CMC is in my main team,
dude. Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, he's also on my second. One of my second. Teams.
Averaging 150 all-purpose yards per game without Mitchell, it's just I can't believe Shanahan likes Elijah Mitchell that much.
The problem is I like all these guys. The problem is I need my salary cap to be like 58,000 instead of 50. If I could go 0 RB this week except for CMC, I think I could win all the money. Yeah, I'm gonna ask the stream. A couple people in the chat who do you guys like for running backs this week that's not like Mixon, CMC, or Derrick Henry? I want to know who people like it.
Drop your favorite running back in chat if you're watching this still.
I think a couple interesting ones. I think Miles Sanders is interesting. Yeah. But if you play him, you have to be accepting that he could totally get vultured by everyone. Foreman, I agree. I like the Foreman call too. I think he's interesting because Seattle defense isn't good and their rush defense is not very good. Foreman,
I debated Swift. Foreman, dude. Everyone likes Foreman. Holy crap.
Swift, no, I like Foreman too. I didn't want to be embarrassed and say Foreman and then get roasted. Foreman,
Pacheco's interesting.
Yeah. Swift definitely. Pacheco. Yeah, Pacheco's interesting. I don't know. It's tough because the Broncos D is good. That's why I like them. I don't think they're not as good as a run D as pass, but Pacheco, Ben, what do you think Pacheco's like true upside is? Like, can he get to 20? I don't know. Like I'm assuming like, yeah, exactly. You have to have 2 touchdowns. I don't know.
I know Matt kind of slandered you in our group chat, but I actually think McKinnon is an interesting play this week.
RJ 0883, I could not agree more. They've kind of ruined cash a little bit.
Yeah, RJ, you are correct.
I've stopped playing cash for the most part because of it. It's just not fun when it's a huge train. I can't do Pollard, dude. Again, Pollard is like a really good, here's a better way to put it. I'm playing 3 teams, so I'm maybe will play Pollard if I like late swap or something. Pollard, like I would never play him like in a single entry. If I was playing like 10 teams or 7, then yeah, put him on 1 or 2. But yeah.
Breaking news, Sam. Dab King from Discord is in the restream chat, and he played DraftKings last night. What, like,
Is
can
he
you even believe this?
is he allowed to play draft? I thought he was like
I don't know. I didn't. I thought there was some sort of like a law that he could not.
I'm not
play
kidding.
DraftKings.
FanDuel should like pay Dab.
Yeah,
because
FanDuel
Dab,
should
no,
like
I mean that. I
Yeah.
mean that in terms of like
you
Dab
should get some
defends
sort
them.
of a prize
Yeah.
package or something.
Yeah, because they're so dust, but like
Yeah,
Dab
but
is
you're their most
refusing.
loyal user.
Dude,
So
it's
I
almost
actually
as if
agree.
Dab.
I'm gonna
Ben, if I was
reach out
making
to
an
someone.
analogy, if I was making an analogy, it'd be like FanDuel's like the Titanic. Like they're sinking, and Dab is like, no, I'm going down with the ship. Like I'm the captain. I will stay. Everyone get off the ship. I am staying because I love FanDuel and their dustiness. That's what I love.
That's what I'm saying. He should at least have like a hoodie or something
Yeah.
while it's going on.
Yeah, you should get like a flat brim hat. The Titanic.
Oh,
never
look at this!
sunk.
The Titanic never sunk. Is this a conspiracy theory?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I've never. If that is, I've never
given
heard
that
that one. So I need to look this up.
Given that I've seen the ship photos on the
I
bottom
need
of
to
the
look this up.
I don't know. I'm not saying I was there, so I can't say I know, but I heard about it. I read about it. Is Goff the cast lock? The term lock is never great.
It was a different boat? What?
No, stop. Oh my god. No. Ben is a conspiracy.
Where'd they get it at? I gotta look this up.
No.
I gotta look this up tonight. Dab, if anyone's in here is in our Discord, which I'm assuming most of you are. If you're not, you can get it for free. dfscover.com/chat.
We're not about to
get in the Discord, and tonight, after we win Showdown on Sunday Night Football, I'm getting in that Discord tonight, and
oh my
Dab's
god,
on West Coast. Dab's West Coast. He'll be up. We're diving into this Titanic conspiracy tonight in our Discord. BH71.
Dude, Luke if anyone doesn't know the savagery that Luke just dropped, that was actually
oh god.
BH probably was.
Beg him to get in. Of course he was. Yeah. Yeah, of course he is. That's what they always do. These guys. But to be fair though, we haven't had to like kick someone out of our Discord and like.
The dude is literally like.
That guy is strange.
I don't want to say on stream what I think he is, but it's not
yeah.
A good term. It's not a good term.
CJ. Okay, CJ's really working through his lineup here. Swift, Jamar Chase versus James Cook, Justin Jefferson versus CMC Thielen. I'm gonna pick that last one. I think.
I'm gonna pick I guess I'll pick the last one for cash. I didn't realize it was cash, but the best. But CJ, you know the best team is with Jamar. It's just a chalkier team.
I think the second one, Steve, for me.
Houston D. No, come on, dude. Come on.
Yeah, CJ, Adam Thielen's like the exact guy that when he's going to be chalky, like you can play him in cash for sure so that he doesn't like somehow kill you if he scores two touchdowns.
He'll get you that like
but
7.
Just don't play him in tournaments and then it's fine.
Yeah.
Moneyline Ravens or Steelers? Who do you like in that game, Sam?
Where is it?
I think I like the Ravens.
Where's the game?
It is Pittsburgh.
Steelers. Just because the Ravens play down. I think.
Yes. That does. Yeah, the
Even though,
Ravens are
even though,
annoying,
even
though.
though everyone's obsessed, always talking about Mike Tomlin, who's a bit of a fake good coach these days. They play down to teams. They always
RJ says he's a Ravens fan, dude. You have to just tilt because they just lose to teams they should never lose. They've kind of like morphed into like a modern day version of the Chargers, where they just
no, literally, yeah, no. It's like
somehow lose games.
they'll play the Chiefs. They'll play Chiefs to like a 3-point contest, and then they'll play the Jags
Yeah.
and like lose by
And,
4.
like, lose.
It's actually
so
they did
weird.
actually lose to the Jags.
Yes, they did. $3,200 tight end. Let me take a look here.
32. Ooh, I have one at 33 and 31. There's actually literally no one at 32. I would say Fant. I don't recommend doing what I do, which is occasionally playing Tyler Conklin. Don't do it. Don't. He's bad.
Yeah, it's probably Fan. Tyler Conklin cost me last week, man. I had such a good lineup, and he just didn't do anything.
You remember when Ben was going to win all the money and JJ had a floor game?
Yeah, I mean that's like the stuff.
Wasn't that awesome? Wasn't that awesome?
3% owned Justin Jefferson.
That was like last week when I had the 3 highest scored players on the slate, and I had Jimmy G, who got injured in the first like drive of the game. That was so dope.
Yeah,
God,
dude,
that was
what
awesome.
are the chances of that?
That was so sick. God.
All right, I think we've answered all you guys' questions. If you have any further ones, I'll be in the Discord up until lock. I'm gonna go finish my builds, and I will type my core plays.
According to all you nice listeners, apparently I need to go jam in Pollard to all my teams.
Yeah, I need to get some Pollard. But get in the Discord for free if you want to ask us further questions, or if you want to dive into this apparent Titanic conspiracy theory tonight.
Yeah, dude, come on, we're not entertaining this.
I'm at least looking it up so we can see what's going on.
But it literally sank. Like I just don't understand. It's not even a
conspiracy. But this can be a new Sunday night segment though in the Discord. I'll just give this. We'll just do a different one every week.
Here, I'll give people a better conspiracy. There is a Reddit thread I was reading last night. Apparently, there is a secret prison in the Arctic that is owned and funded by the Vatican, and people are sent there who basically need help religiously, and no one knows about it, and it's very sketchy. You can't even find it on Google. It's really hard to find information.
Is the moon landing real now, Luke?
Oh my god, this is getting. We're not doing this. Come on,
it's totally fake.
I'm not going to mention what happened in 2000. Yeah, but this is.
I got to get back in football mode. Thank you guys for watching. We appreciate it. Like I said, get in the Discord. My core plays will be up soon, so there's still time to sign up if you guys want access. You can get my core plays, Sam's, ACs are already up, Matt's, Spike. We have everyone in there. We have prop picks. I hit a big prop pick last Sunday, and I will be posting some prop plays after my core plays are up for the subscribers as well. RJ, dfscover.com/chat.
Oh yeah, he knows he's missing out. He knows he's missing out. Yeah. Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, you can see all the channels, like the free ones, like without, you don't have to.
Yeah, you'll see me get real mad in the Discord. Don't worry. Christian
Kirk,
Taz
Ryder. Christian Kirk's a good play.
We're in. I
like Christian Kirk. But thank you guys for watching. We appreciate it. Good luck this week, and we'll see you guys for week 15.